We're going to make some Maryland crab cakes, and this is a great hors d'oeuvre or dinner menu item. We're going to use some jumbo lump crab, and we're going to add to that some leg meat. Now you can reduce the cost of your crab cakes by using a special crab or a back fin crab, but you won't have the big lump pieces, which are very desirable in your crab cakes. We're going to mix some, in this recipe, some mayonnaise, and we have some dried mustard, and we're going to add some roasted corn and roasted pepper to this, as well as some corn flake crumb, which is we ground with a rolling pin inside of a Ziploc bag. And there's our cornflake crumb. We're going to combine all this, mix it all together, and we're going to form some cakes with it. Now, the important thing when you mix this is if it doesn't end up being the consistency that you need to form lumps, you may need to add another ingredient. You may have, and that can be for various reasons. The moisture content is different in the crab than maybe previous. And so if it isn't clumping for you or able to ball into these cake mixtures, you may need to add some more breading or some more liquid depending on the consistency. So we're going to do a standard breading procedure after we've made them into our cakes. And this is a flour, egg, and this is a panko breadcrumb. Both have salt and pepper in them. So you want to try and keep your one hand dry and one hand wet for this procedure. Just makes it a little cleaner and neater. And so we're going to bread our crab cakes, and it gives them a nice consistency for the crust. You get a nice crispy exterior with our delicious sweet crab, corn, and roasted pepper inside. And there isn't really a lot of filling in this. Its primarily ingredient is crab, and so they are delicious. They are breaded, but with the nice meat texture inside, it's a nice contrast for these cakes. So as you can see, we're going to show the crab cake breaded here, and then we're going to sear them. And you can sear them in a pan. You want to preheat your pan with like a medium heat with a little bit of oil, and the oil is going to increase the surface exposure to the heat, which is going to give it a more crispier crust across the surface area. You could do it without the oil, with just a pan spray, but you're not going to get the crispiness that you see in the browning process here. So we're going to brown them up here, and that's essentially what we're going to do. And then we can take these, we could finish them. It's hard to finish them in the pan because the breadcrumbs tend to not like the extended heat. So we can finish them in the oven later at 375 for about 10-12 minutes.